When I look for food to eat, I'll always eat with my eyes first. You want to eat what looks good to you, don't you? You want to feel that desire building up inside you just from seeing these photographs. And that's a process, whether it's a fine dessert or a home-cooked Nigerian meal. And today, we're here to witness our Nigerian favorites taking a new turn in both structure and flavor and presentation. Our guest chef Daniel, way out of the box thinker, dares us to step bravely into the future. Chef Daniel, I'm so happy to have you here today on Food Journey. You're welcome, especially to speak about something as interesting as the evolution of the Nigerian plate of food.
Thank you so much, Sonia, for having me.
Chef Daniel, tell me a little bit about the start of your cooking career.
Yeah, I went to culinary school late. I studied biology education in school, and my parents knew I cook. Studying biology education, they were hoping, he's coming back home, probably getting a master's degree and then getting a lecturing job or something.
But that wasn't to be. Chef Daniel not only creates original dishes, but is a culinary arts teacher himself, inspiring others to their own greatness. What are the changes that you have seen happen in the industry, let's say in the past 5 years?
Yeah, a lot has changed over the past 5-10 years, and the culinary industry is just like a river, and it can accommodate everybody to actually swim in without disturbing the other person. You can be doing one thing, I'm doing the same thing, but in a different way, and then we will patronize each other. I'm expected to bring out my talent, bring out what I have learned. I will be very happy at touching somebody's life outside there.
Chef Daniel, I've seen a lot of Nigerian chefs doing incredible things on a plate with our own Nigerian food. Some people would say, why disturb it? You know, we're all used to seeing a beautiful big bubbling pot of stew and it looks so delicious and inviting, you want to dive in. Why are we now sort of doing what they're doing outside, so to speak, and now changing things and the way we're used to them looking on a plate?
I'll answer that with a question. Why are we not still riding on horses and carriages and leaving the cars for them?
I love that. Of course, obviously, everything changes.
Yeah, change is
Everything
constant.
is in flux constantly.
Now, the issue is change, but do not take away the traditional taste. As long as you are not affecting what it is traditionally, taste-wise, it's just about we elevating our dish and putting it out to the world. It's putting out Nigerian cuisine outside in the world.
With hundreds of Nigerian restaurants in the UK alone, it's no surprise that we are employing new artistic ways of continually breaking into the foreign market, striving to elevate our game, as Daniel believes.
The criticism will come, it is expected. But then, how do I handle it? Well, I have a message to pass. After passing the message, the criticism comes, and then I take out the ones I need and leave the ones I don't need out of it. We have a lot of ingredients in Nigeria. Nigeria is so blessed with bold and flavorful ingredients. Now, it is understanding the ingredients. Once you understand the ingredients, you're good to go. I like simplicity. Simplicity is key. You don't have to spend a fortune before you can have something good. Yeah.
And today you're going to show us in the kitchen some really interesting things. You're going to take some of our local dishes that we know and love and turn them on their head, so to speak, on the plate. I also am bringing to the table a little challenge for you.
Oh, really?
Yes, and that shall be revealed. And I want to see what you're going to do with that. But before we go into the kitchen,
okay,
I'd love you to just give a little bit of advice to up and coming young chefs in Nigeria. What are a couple of things that you've learned along the way And what would you like to tell them?
As a young chef, well, while I started, I never knew it was going to be like this. Yeah, I just felt it was just cooking, enjoying the process. But then I got into the whole thing, and then I discovered that family meetings, you might not be available. Leisure time might be limited. There is actually no time. The only time you have is in the kitchen. While others are on holidays, you are serving those on holidays. And while others are working, you are working too. So there's really no time. And that is where sacrifice comes in. You have to sacrifice a whole lot. Yeah, you have to sacrifice. You have to keep learning. It is not something you just learn today and then you're done. You still have to learn a lot every day. Most important thing is discovering your purpose. Once you have discovered your purpose, be fearless about it, push it, regardless of what people are going to say. It's going to pay off, definitely. It might take a while, but it's going to pay off. I want to push Nigerian cuisine outside. I want to push it beyond where it is right now. I want to do a whole lot. I haven't started yet. I still have a whole lot of things to do. I want to be the best that I can be. Yes, I want to be the best that I can be. A Michelin star will not be bad. 3 stars, yeah, will not be bad.
That.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's true ambition.
But I have to work for it.
And you definitely have started working for it, and it's commendable. I'm very excited for us to get into the kitchen and see what you're going to do there as well. And just before we do that, let's have a look at our very interesting menu. First, it's Chef's take on Bolly and Fish. And then my challenge, yam and egg stew. Let's see how Chef rethinks that one on the fly. I would love for you to come to this exciting table with an open mind as we try something completely new, remembering that there's always more than one road to the market. So I'm here in the kitchen now with Chef Daniel. I'm very excited to see what he is going to prepare. Obviously it's going to be a Nigerian dish, and I'm told it's going to be
Plantain and fish.
Plantain and fish. How simple can that be? Something that we've all enjoyed, Bolly on the roadside. But the question I want to ask you is, how would we normally have this for people who don't know anything about Bolly and fish?
Bolly and fish is simply roasted plantain and maybe fried fish and a pepper sauce. That is Bolly and fish. But I'm doing something different with the plantain. I'm going to be cooking plantain 2 ways, just for textures. And then my fish, I'm going to be doing a fish roulade. And for the pepper, I think you'll find out that yourself.
Okay, so he's not revealing everything to us, but we're going to be having a fish roulade. That's a little bit different for our normal African treatment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we better let Chef get on with showing us exactly, bit by bit, what's going to happen. Ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm going to be roasting the first one. And then the second one, I'm going to be doing the chips with it. I'm going to do plantain chips with it.
First, we're using beautiful plantain. So versatile, used in so many different ways and at different stages of ripeness, on the grill or in your oven grill. And it's the deep caramelization that gives us that charred taste and that visual appeal that we love.
I'm not going to be roasting this alone. I'm going to be adding some celery to it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What does the celery do?
Flavor.
Flavor. Interesting. One would never have thought that celery would be used as a unique flavor for plantain. Interesting. So let's have a look at this. So we've got a pan here that's got our celery and plantain. So they're going to be roasting side by side.
Side by side, yeah. Now, if you notice, the celery is not much in there because celery is overpowering.
Right.
And I wouldn't want it to overpower the plantain.
So you're looking for balance.
Yeah, balance.
Okay.
So we'll be adding garlic to it.
Right. Lovely. Now, garlic is not traditionally something that we use in
our plantain.
Our cooking in general. Really.
Yeah.
It's a sprinkling of salt and a drizzling of oil before roasting to concentrate this flavor. For the plantain chips, a simple peeler will create these thin, long strips. They'll be deep fried, and to create some drama, they'll be rolled up on toothpicks and deep fried.
Oh, this is nice.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gorgeous. I want to eat that right now.
I know you shouldn't.
Beautiful caramelized garlic as well. Fantastic.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is blend this. Not forgetting the celery and garlic.
Alright.
Because we want everything inside its water.
So we're looking for a paste, are we?
Yes, a puree. Try to puree.
One of the things I really love about roasted plantain is the char grilled feel. I wonder if he's still going to get that.
So Sonia, I will need you to open this and tell me what you see and smell.
What I see and smell, okay. Yeah. It's really potent. What I feel we've got here is just a puree of concentrated flavor. Everything that you expect to get from that roasted feel and the added element of the garlic and the celery.
That's the idea.
Awesome smell. However, will I be won over with a puree when what I expect is a bite? Can our chef maintain the true flavor profile that we expect? It's time for the fish, and you've chosen one of my favorites, this beautiful mackerel. I love the
skin,
the skin colorings. It's awesome. So this is a soft fish. Why have you chosen
very soft
this?
fish, yeah. Mackerel and bolly, wow. Perfect match, yes, it goes very well. We need to be very careful with how we cook it so we don't overcook it.
Right.
Yes. So I'm going to pick out some beautiful spinach. I need just 2. And then basil.
Fresh herbs and earthy spinach will complement this earthy fish.
Okay, so Sonia, would you love to help roll this?
Sure, I'd love to do that. Okay?
All right,
Make
so
me feel like I'm doing something.
Just roll it tightly. I want a round, nice shape.
Okay.
Tightly, yes.
Let's go. Now we're rolling this seasoned fish in cling film. And then we're going to poach it. All right, chef.
Okay, so this is actually nice. You did a great job.
I did. Fantastic. And this is dropped into water to poach for 5 minutes. So chef, that's beautiful. We've seen our fish is ready now. And you've asked me to put a little bit of oil on the fire.
Yeah.
And that is for these.
This, yeah.
That's an awful lot of pepper that you've got there.
Yeah, it has to be spicy.
You like it hot like me. So are these all going to just get dropped in?
Yeah, I want them dropped in.
Okay. In that goes. The garlic as well?
Yeah.
And these.
Then the tomatoes.
I'm going to cut a little of that. Is that also going in?
It's going in.
Interesting. So I noticed that one of the things that you like to do is you like to get an ingredient, you like to really concentrate the hell out of it, and then move it into a different process.
Yeah, to bring out the whole flavor
of that particular
ingredient. Yeah.
I'm interested to see how this is going to turn out. In that goes, oil and all. Can I give you a little help?
Yes, please.
Okay. So chef, you're saying now that you're going to make a bit of a bechamel sauce or a white sauce.
Yeah.
How does this come into play when we're talking about Bolly and Fish?
Now, I would be adding the bechamel into the pepper sauce.
Interesting.
Now, why am I adding it into the pepper sauce? I want this creaminess in the pepper. It's going to be very hot. It's going to be hot, but I want it creamy, and I also want it emulsified. Like, I want to bring in the oil and everything together, so I don't have any separation. Yeah, the smell is actually everything. Yeah. The heat. the heat,
huh? It really
well
got you.
seasoned, the heat, highly flavorful.
Okay, so that heat that you're talking about though, is it a heat that's just going wow, or is it hitting a different place on your tongue?
Yeah, it's just
Heat.
it's just heat.
What we want.
What we want. This is what we want.
Fantastic. All right.
So we'll take it off the heat. This
right.
is ready.
Fantastic. Done. Let's have a look at that. Beautiful sauce. Ready to burn. Chef, this has been a long process, and I can see where you're talking about this sort of classic training that you've had, doing all these little things that we otherwise may not have been doing.
Yeah.
So it's bringing classic to something that doesn't really require that kind of classic treatment.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it all just too much bother and trouble, do you think?
Yeah, it is too much, but it is very, very fine.
It's worth it, huh?
Yeah, it's worth it. So,
very hot pan. That's why they call it searing hot.
And finally, it's plating time. Now some would say, why all the fuss? Just roast my plantain and give me a nice bit of fish and pepper. But there's something to be said about the bravery of this dish. And I think that is what is attractive in this bowl of wonder. Now let's try it.
yeah.
So how do we bon appetit this one?
Okay, I would like you to take every bit of it, the fish, the puree, the chips, and then the sauce.
I think I've done it, everyone. I think I've done it. Okay, I shall go for it.
Yeah.
And give my opinion. Wow! You know what I like about this, chef? It just keeps hitting you from different directions.
Busting flavors.
I'm telling you. And at the end of it all, I have that warming, hot thing that lets me know, this is
Nigerian. This is Nigerian.
This is Nigerian. So good, so delicious, deserves a second and third bite. That was a nice one, wasn't it, everyone? I'm going to be going off and trying that mackerel myself for sure. Next, I decided to give Chef a little bit of a challenge.
Some ingredients that will be different within this dish will be the use of basil and coriander, as well as lime, sugar, and sesame oil. Now, just in a thick oven pan, we need a little salt and some oil for our first prep, and then it's roasting.
Sonny, I'm going to make tempura for the other pieces of yam.
So what do we have here?
Flour.
Flour. Shall I tip that
Yes,
in?
yes.
All of it?
All of it.
All of the flour.
Baking soda.
And baking soda. This is interesting because when I've seen a tempura made before, I see things like soda water, some people using cold water, etc. But yours is a little bit different.
Yeah.
We're adding salt and sugar, and now some water, followed by an egg. And you can see that we're forming a batter now. The grilled yam is ready, and we're dropping in the tempura. Once this is golden, we will have 2 types of yam for our construction. I've been asked to cut up the ingredients for a classic salsa, which includes all that we expect. And I'm interested to see how this fragrant dressing will work with our yam, and where the egg will also come into the picture.
Looks lovely. Smells lovely too.
Yeah, the coriander.
Fresh, fragrant, beautiful. Well done.
There's more pepper sauce needed for this, and a blended mix will be fried. Notice only natural spices have been used throughout.
Okay, so we're done with everything here.
All the components are
Yes.
ready.
But I need the sunny side up. Do you think you can do that?
I can do a sunny side up egg.
Okay.
Here we go. I've got a little bit of butter in there because that's the way I like to do mine.
Okay.
Just let that get just a little bit hot, and then we crack our egg into that.
Salt. Okay, I want to put in this spring onions there.
Spring onion, look at that. Nice. I'm gonna scooch it to the side because what I love to do with my sunny side up is sort of gather some of the oil here and then splash it over the top
Okay.
so I can get the whites cooked but not quite cooking the yolk. There we go. Lovely.
Again, we have a constructed plate, which is also 3-dimensional, with different textures and unusual pairings. So it isn't a wonder that the purists amongst us will raise an eyebrow at this one. But the fearless and open-minded purists will applaud this bold and new style.
Well, 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 chef. Look at this masterpiece here that you have. Beautiful, isn't it? It's almost like an African eggs Benedict, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think about your construction here?
Yeah, I love it.
You do?
Yeah.
I do too.
Just get in there.
I'm gonna get in there.
Yeah.
All right. So breaking the egg yolk classically over everything so that it kind of just forms a sauce. Look at that oozing down there. Fantastic.
You actually did a good job with the
I
egg.
did? All right. Oh, thanks. Cheers. I like it. Especially the salsa. You love it?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
Let's continue to all elevate our food every chance we get. And it's time for us to say goodbye from Food Journey. Thank you so much, Chef Daniel, for
You're
being
welcome.
with us.
You're welcome.
And let's say goodbye and see you next time. Bye.
Food Journey has a new Instagram. It's FOODJERNY @Food Journey. So if you were following us before, please come and follow us here now.